And just a reminder, if you want to see the full rankings of all of the prospects we graded in this year's draft class, be sure to follow the link at the bottom of the screen. The Washington Redskins were aggressive in free agency, yet they still carried that same sense of urgency in the 2018 NFL Draft. Now, the Redskins were armed with 8 selections, which allowed them to add a player in each round, 2 in round 7. What I liked about the Skins and what they did was adding a difference maker in the backfield with LSU's Darius Geis. Geis gives them someone they hadn't had in the backfield since Clinton Portis, and where he was taken in round 2, it can be considered a big-time steal. Also, Trey Quinn adds some versatility to the receiving core. Quinn can play anywhere along the perimeter, but is best served in the slot, and he also adds tremendous value on special teams. The Redskins also got very defensive in this draft with some home run selections on that side of the ball. Deron Payne was my number 1 defensive tackle in this class. I thought he was a technically sound player that can 2-gap or penetrate if need be. They also nabbed my number 3 defensive tackle in Tim Settle out of Virginia Tech. He's more of a 1-gap penetrator that's also capable of 2-gapping. Settle has a chance to be a very solid player in rotation in Washington. And his Virginia Tech teammate in Greg Stroman was an excellent value pick in round 7. Now, Stroman has very good matchup skills, and just like Trey Quinn, he's a fantastic special teamer. Now, what I questioned about the Skins draft were rounds 3 and 4. I thought both guys tested better than what their tape actually showed, and where they were selected, the Skins are expecting these guys to get up to speed pretty quickly. So this will be something to keep an eye on during training camp and during the preseason. Semi Cobbs Jr. is a bigger wide receiver that plays to his size. He's of the same mold as a Courtland Sutton, but I like the way that he can play inside as well. Martez Carter out of Grambling is one of the more explosive players in the draft class. A 5'9", 205-pound tailback has the burst and acceleration to flip field position in an instant. Timon Paris of Stony Brook got better each season with the Seawolves and has much better tape than a lot of the tackles that were drafted before him in this draft class. The same can be said for guard Sean Welsh out of Iowa. I was surprised he went undrafted, and with his ability on both ends of offense, he'll provide good depth up front for the Redskins. Danny Johnson was my number 1 slot corner in this draft class. He scored touchdowns on offense, defense, and special teams for the Jaguars and was solid all week long at the Senior Bowl. He has the ball skills and the mentality to be a stud in the NFL. And Quinn Blanding was a solid all-around performer for the Virginia Cavaliers. He's a free safety by trade, but in my opinion, he can play the overhang position well and isn't afraid to step up and run support. I gave the Redskins an A for their draft. This was an excellent haul by Jay Gruden and company, and if you just look at this draft alone, you would be excited for their defense. Now, when you add what they already have on a roster in conjunction with this draft class, you have no choice to be downright ecstatic about the Skins' defense in 2018. And they finally landed a foundation piece in the backfield that'll give them the ability to close out games. This was a great draft all the way around, both with their selections and with their undrafted free agents.